Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Misty and welcome to my Armed Dragon Thunder testing video. So before we start, friendly reminder to like and subscribe because it motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these. And yet, let's jump right into replay number 1. Jesus, holy crap. I'm going second against this Brandish guy. Upstart, double area 0, Rose, Widow Anchor. You sure? Upstart into what? Ray. That's actually a really good card. Nice. So of course he's going to do the trick. Now this is okay. Look at this, man. I don't know why he summons Kaina. Is there something that I'm missing? Like what? Yeah, by the way, he's playing spellbook cards. Is there something that you can actually get and then activate? Nothing at all. Because there's no reason, even if you activate multi-roll, there's no reason to activate it and then destroy something and then go into Kagari. So what you should be doing and go straight into Shizuku, but I guess the one reason why he wasted a Kaina was because he played Pot of Avarice. But that's actually something that I thought as soon as he went into Kaina, I was like, okay, yeah, you probably... It's not like before when we used to have Engage, when not making Kagari or Shizuku... Well, I mean, Kagari obviously, but not making Shizuku makes sense and you actually had to go into Hayate. So I guess now he's just going to go through like a Hayate before going into Shizuku, but no, he actually went into a Shizuku, so I think that was kind of a misstep. Either he should have went straight for Shizuku, or should have burned a Hayate first and then go into Shizuku, just to make sure that getting those 5 monsters in the graveyard would be a bit easier for that Pot of Avarice. How many does he play? 1, 2, 3! Okay, yeah, you see? Really high chances of getting that Pot of Avarice, so definitely the correct move there to, you know, do that play. So Hayate and Kaina. Anyways, I go Gold Sark, Banish, Tempest, which technically isn't a layer of play, so my Widow Anchor can't really, you know, it's not great. Yeah, exactly. I get Widow Anchored on my only normal summon, so it doesn't really matter too much. I can still get to search with Thunder level 7, which is this really good card. And then, yeah, Disciple of Nadir, Summon Ecclesia. I think I actually pitched the Titanic Lad, so during the end phase, I can search another Ecclesia. Now I have Drag by Punishment there. There is no way for me to recycle back something, because Armed Dragon Lightning has to recycle with a lower level. So, his his Area 0 is actually going to get rid of his Shizuku. I don't know why he got rid of the Shizuku, because this guy, this girl, Rose, isn't actually a way to get his engine started. I can just go Dragon Punishment, pop, and he's kind of screwed there. And if he tries to use the effect of this, it's a hard once per turn, I can just Skullmeister that, which is exactly what happens. So his multi-roll doesn't do jack, but now he's, I guess, gonna play it relatively smart. He's going to activate 2 cards, well, play it smart. It's like, I activate 2 cards that don't really achieve anything, but just to give counters, invisible counters on multi-roll, so he can reset back to brandish spells from the graveyard, Widow Anchor and Shark Cannon. Really nice update from EDO Pro, I guess, that didn't exist in Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, where it actually shuffles back the cards, because before, when you hovered over the card, it actually told you what it was, but when people were playing multi-roll in real life, they were shuffling their hands, so people were like, wait, what's the legal move and what's the illegal move? But yeah, you technically should be shuffling the cards. It's not public knowledge to your opponent to know in which column you're placing them, but what the public knowledge is you know, the cards that you're actually resetting back. You can't just go, end phase, I'm gonna grab cards, shuffle, I swear to God, bro, they're all brandish cards. Next thing you know, you get Solemn Strike out of nowhere. Oh, that's a good multi-roll, man. This card should be bad, not limited. Anyways, Gold Star counter back to, 2-1. And now I'm getting Widow Anchored and Shark Cannon, but he only has 2 spells in the grave, so he can't really steal anything. And look at this really clearly. Oh, Jesus. Alright, so I have game on board, right? But like, how do I have game? My opponent has 8,000 life points, and I have 15, 12, 15, 25, and 12 technically, but I technically have more. So what I can do is make Striker Dragon, and then normal summon the Armed Dragon Thunder level 3, special Ecclesia, and then special Fleur de Lis. But since I'm extremely retarded, I normal summon I summon Fleur de Lis, and by the way, that's not a move that I ignored, by the way. As soon as I summoned Ecclesia, I'm like, no, not summon! I just forgot that I had, that I actually could go into Striker Dragon, because for some reason, I thought I didn't have access to my extra deck or something, but I never used the punishment. So, my opponent actually helped me by not wasting a Rose, because if he did, I would have been forced to use the Dragon Punishment to destroy that, and then I would have been locked from my extra deck, so I couldn't actually play the game next turn, and just because of the fact that I can't clear my opponent, I'm actually just going to scoop it up. It's just... I just realized that it was 100% my fault, but this was a winnable game. I technically won the game, you can say. I had the cards to win the game, and it's funny because it's actually against a really bad matchup, and the amount of interruptions never really matters when you play against Brandish in a deck like this, because, you know, it just keeps snowballing advantage, so it doesn't really matter. Anyways, let's get into replay number 2. Alright, I'm going first. Oh, okay, yeah, first against Lightsword. Yeah, that's not the best card economy, man, when you can only make Hieratic Seal pass, and there's really no way. I mean, I can technically go neck 5 and go for Arm Dragon Thunder level 10 with like no cards in hand pass. It's just extremely stupid. So Hieratic Seal with 3 hand shops, this can float into another dragon. Does the most, I guess. I don't know why he didn't try to bait my my Hieratic Seal by attacking with Raiden first. That just made no sense. Because now, obviously, I can actually bounce back the Chaos Ruler, which is better value for me. And even if he tries to jump over this Tempest, doesn't really get him anything. So this is a really good card, by the way, in Simplified game state. You can send Titanic Lad, search the Ecclesia, and kind of get an engine going from there. So even if I'm only top decking hand shops, at least I can kind of play the game. So this, by the way, I actually have to mention something. Let's just say, hypothetically, that I wanted to send an Elder Entity Entis to also pop this, and I had Skullmeister. Try to let this situation sink in your head. My opponent has a trigger effect. He's the turn player, so trigger effects, the way they work is turn player will always be using all of his trigger effects first, and then the opponent player gets to use his trigger effects. So my opponent has Minerva as trigger effect Chainlink 1, and then I have the ability to either use all of my trigger effects or just to give up on my trigger effect and respond to his last trigger effect with a quick effect. And since Elder Entity Entis would be a trigger effect and not a quick effect, I would have to choose between using Elder Entity Entis or Skullmeister. And that's something that actually comes up really often when you're pitching Elder Entity Entis to pop cards that float while you have hand shops. You kind of have to tell yourself, oh, maybe there's something else that I can do that's a bit better. And yeah. So this is an additional reason why sending Titanic Lad and not Elder Entity Entis made so much sense. It was because of the fact that it also enabled me to use Skullmeister to negate that, Minerva. Because, of course, like I just told you 2 seconds ago, if I actually did send Elder Entity Entis, Skullmeister would have stayed in my hand. I have absolutely no window of opportunity to use it on my opponent, so really, really important that you get to know this yourself. Anyways, yeah, during his end phase, I can actually search for, yeah, he's just gonna scoop it up. I don't think he can... Oh, his top deck was Solar Recharge. That's actually such a good card. Oh my god, yeah, that's the worst moment to scoop. But to be fair, Adragma Punishment with Ghost Bell, probably nothing on my side, though, so it had to be his game eventually. It's just that it would have taken quite a while, except if he actually played it smart and just go like Levianeer attack, and then just never really summon any other monster. So my Dragon Punishment is always dead unless I'm willing to send 5-headed dragon or some bullshit like that. Anyways, let's get into the next replay. Alright, against For Hire. I didn't know it was For Hire actually, or maybe it was, or maybe I knew, but at the same time, not really. Anyways, his hand is the crack. What is this, man? Instant Fusion. I can promise you that this is definitely not your average For Hire opening. This is definitely not average whatsoever. So, yeah, I mean, I guess when you have everything, right? So, he's just gonna go special, search, excavate, yeah, and then it's, yeah, full go, special from deck. This is just gonna be so stupid, man. Special from hand, pop a card, draw 3 freaking cards, because obviously that's extremely fair. Oh, and by the way, just conveniently happens to draw Ash and Parallel Exceed the LMAO. Oh my god. It's obviously game on board, right? What am I missing? Borrowed Sword with 4 monsters! When's the last time you saw that, bro? And also, Parallel Exceed, not even freaking making a rank 4 after that. Baguska in... That was so stupid, so unnecessary. He could have made Baguska an attack for even more damage, and then Borrowed Sword, put it in defense to attack additional times. So, I don't know, he really just wanted to torture me and just assert his dominance by telling me, oh, and by the way, I have game. Just wanted you to, like, I know you know I have game, but I just really want to rub it in your face even more and kind of show you even more that I have game. So, yeah, I guess I guess I was destined to lose. Anyways, next replay. Going first against this this deck with... Once again, everybody draws so well. This is nuts, man. Pre-prep, freaking Diviner of the Herald, Ava. Sure, I'm just gonna Skullmeister that and still lose because Dawn of the... to be fair, though, it is a 2-card combo, so I'm not going to argue too much. It's a really good 2-card combo, by the way. Really, really good. Inherently plays through an interrupt... Well, not Valor, but it plays through Skullmeister and Ash. Yeah, exactly. Because all you really need, well, not Ash, but, you know, yeah, exactly. The Ritual Sanctuary Search Saphira, which is, like, one of the crappiest cards to search here, doesn't do jack. And then, yeah, Tribute. So, at this point, you know, I'm just playing for fun. I know I lost. My opponent literally has 5 negates. When your opponent has 5 negates, usually you can't really do too much. So, yeah, search 2 freaking Light Fairies. Yeah, just, yeah, okay, yeah, it's... Next replay. I swear to God, man, I'm actually trying to win. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Anyways, yeah, the Tempest is actually a good card here, man. I can evolve, search something else, and then Arm Dragon Lightning going to recycle, I think, the level 3, the one that I didn't use. Yeah, so I can draw 1 card, hopefully draw a hand trap or not, if I'm unlucky at the game, which, oh, I'm not. I'm skillful. So yeah, I can end on the level 10, which is an interruption. I have Skullmeister, Dark Ruler into pass. Not the best play, usually. Also, should have used Upstart and then Dark Ruler, in case you actually drew something. But I guess this Dark Ruler prevents me from pitching sending the Forbidden Drop on his end phase, but at the same time, he could have just set 2 Forbidden Drops, so I don't really get it. And even when I'm technically negated, I can still use the effect of Arm Dragon Thunder level 10, just so I can trade 1 card for, like, another, so, yeah. Anyways, that's not even close to being game. Hieratic Seal Pass. Yeah, you have to deal through like freaking 4 interruptions, and he bricked big time. Not really his fault, to be fair, man. Buster Blader is just such a bad card in Buster... Oh, okay, no, you play 3 Buster Blader. Oh, 4 Buster Bladers. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's definitely your fault if you break. Oh, okay, surrendered. Interesting, let's get into the next one. Buster Blader. Now, everyone knows, of course, that... Why 1-for-1? Why would you play 1-for-1 in Buster Blader? Why? This card doesn't have an effect on Special Summon. Is there something that I'm missing? Is there a level 1 that actually does something? Because that's a huge cost. Like, you have to pitch a monster from your hand to the grave. Not even just a card. Oh my god. That's just... No! 1-for-1 in Buster Blader. No! Anyways, yeah, Duster on double Forbidden Drop. Again! And Prologue, which I can actually beld, but that's kind of stupid because I realized as soon as I belled it that Buster Dragon wouldn't have changed anything, since the only thing that... Well, to be fair, belling the Buster Dragon made sense when I think about it, because I can successfully search with Ecclesia, get that Dragma Punishment, and I can actually pop the Link Rebo and the Buster Blader Fusion. Next turn, top deck, nice deck, you're dead, next replay. Ah, yes, Sin, that's a nice Dragma deck that you got there, huh? Yeah, the Arm Dragon cards definitely did a good job. First of all, shut up, and second of all, try to do better. Anyways, yeah, Boot Sector launch, why? Delingerous Summon 2 Monstrous Pass. I mean, that's literally a Rocket deck for you. That's not even Dragon Link at this point. It's Rocket, bro. Imperial Order. He plays some good cards. Oh, he's actually playing cheap deck. No, yeah, interesting. Valor, Soul Drain. In a deck that actually has a lot of grave effects. Interesting. Yeah, you know what? I'm actually gonna play Soul Drain in my Yang Zing deck, or in my Unchained deck. Yeah. Yeah, I can even Ash that. I don't want him to get access to the actual good Rocket. Does he play it? Okay, if you... I was like, I'm so used to seeing bad cards that maybe you don't actually... I don't know, bro, personally, I chose not to play good cards because, I don't know, I don't really think good cards are good, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, because of Charmander, I don't have access to a battle phase, unfortunately. And this, just conveniently happens to have... I don't know, by the way, I don't know why he made Borreload. But yeah, the Delingerous just conveniently happens to have a grave effect against the opponent. Okay, now, no, sorry, not a grave effect, an effect during the opponent's end phase. I really have to mention this. That was double huge mess up. So first of all, I don't know why the frick you're making Borreload, but to a certain extent, it's not the end of the world. you can actually beat me. Like, he could have destroyed me right there completely. He could have just went Borreload, steal this, and, well, I mean, try to attack. And then if I go Hieratic Seal, tribute myself, he counts by the grave the Hieratic Seal. But, you know, there's no way for me to really play around a one of unsearchable card. So obviously I would tribute the Hieratic Seal and not the Ecclesia, which technically would have been the game-winning move if I knew that he had Called by the Grave. But this is an important lesson that I want to give to you, is that whenever you do playtest with your friends, you should honestly try playtesting with open hands. So sometimes, instead of saying like, oh my god, you sacked, you draw the one of that actually is so unfair, you should actually kind of tell yourself, oh wow, yeah, that's true, I can actually play around cards like that by doing this kind of move instead. So everybody's always so used to tributing Hieratic Seal himself with its own effect, but you don't have to. You can actually just pitch another card if you're scared of Called by the Grave and stuff like that, or if you actually want to keep Hieratic Seal on the field for further, like, interruptions, because to be fair, at every single turn, it's an interruption. Bounce a card without targeting, so that's why it's really good against Borreload, but my opponent just completely messed it up by using that on Armed Dragon Thunder level 7. He should have had, like, the reverse psychological effect, where, well, I mean, psychological mentality, where he would expect me to tribute that and then, you know, play around that possibility. But yeah, he just kind of gave me the win, and because of that, he doesn't even change Borreload to reduce my attack by 500, but it doesn't change jack shit. And yeah, next turn it's 100% game. I don't know why I'm top decking, because this would have summoned from the deck, but yeah, he's just scooped it up. So let's get into what should be the final replay. Final replay indeed, and I have another important lesson here. So yeah, first of all, Gold Star Tempest, that's a really nice move, by the way. Even though it's an unsearchable one of, still 12.5% chance to draw, so 1 game out of 7, not too bad. And yeah, it just kind of does a lot, honestly. So yeah, Armed Dragon level 7, recycle back level 3, draw 1 card, I'm pretty sure. Exactly, that should happen. What am I gonna draw? Ash because I'm good at Yu-Gi-Mons? No, another Ecclesia that I didn't need. Alright, so basically I had 2 monsters, and I swear to god I didn't actually, like, plan that, but you're going to see something really interesting. So my opponent is just going to set 2 cards, and as soon as I see that I actually pitched an Egyptian God card with the end phase effect of Armed Dragon level 10, something triggered in my head and kind of told me, okay, yeah, now all I have to do to win is never summon a third monster, because I know for a fact that the Egyptian God deck plays a card that allows you to it's like a Monarch Stormforth on crack. Tribute 3 cards your opponent controls, summon like a Divine Beast. And what a coincidence, it's actually that card that I completely missed with my Armed Dragon Thunder level 10 pop. So, really insane coincidence, and basically just being able to see that he was playing that deck allowed me to kind of have that mentality, because a lot of people would be like, well, whatever, you better have it, but no, man, not better have it. If you can play around it, then play around it, even though it's like a rogue deck. Rogue decks, I want to say, to a certain extent, actually sometimes have a better chance at meta decks at winning events. Meta decks, though, have a better chance at topping the event, which is not the same thing. Topping and winning an event, completely not the same thing. And yeah, just look at the amount of recursion that I get. This is what I like about the Armed Dragon cards. Armed Dragon Thunder, not the real Armed Dragons, but yeah, I'm just gonna have game, never summon a third card, otherwise I completely would have been screwed. This would have been tributing 3, summon Immortal Phoenix, and I'm screwed, or Slifer, which is also a Floodgate. But yeah, that's all I had to showcase for this Armed Dragon Thunder testing video. If you guys have any comments or feedback, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because it motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these, and that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.